Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge and happy Wednesday update day. Today we have a lot of returning stuff, but also new unexpected stuff. So let's talk about it. And today we're actually going to start with the bug fixes. When I logged in today, I noticed a new button in the upper right next to the snow filter, and I think it's a button that a lot of you guys have been asking for, because over on the bug fix page, it looks like a couple of prominent bugs have been fixed this week. And the very first option is that they've introduced an option to disable the winter filter while snow effect is active. So this is the filter that some people say is blue, some people say is yellow. But basically when the snow filter is active, you can press this button and it takes off that yellowy haze overlay that they put with the winter village filter. Or rather just like the snow general filter. So with it on, with it off, with it on, with it off. And it's worth noting that once you do not have the winter filter on, you can't turn it off because it's not there. So it's only applicable when you have the snow on. They've also resolved an issue where Mistfall would incorrectly become a restricted area after using the bus, persisting for the rest of the play session. So a lot of people would use the bus and then go to Mistfall and then get that, hey, this is a restricted area, we're sending you back to your home stable. Which was particularly distressing for people whose home stable was Mistfall. So they have fixed that. If you have unlocked Mistfall, you shouldn't have an issue accessing after using the bus. There were a couple of visual bugs that they fixed with overlapping characters, feet clipping, floating winter assets, and they also resolved an issue preventing players with a large number of mails from opening their mailbox. So yeah, bug fixes. Well, I guess while we're on the website, we might as well talk about the mini blog post that they posted yesterday, titled Tackling Cheating in SSO. Basically, it is a very short blog post about how they are aware that people are cheating in the game with third-party extensions that are really dangerous to the user, but also affect the player experience for everyone around them. So starting next year, they're going to be really cracking down on it. Their exact words are, "We are stepping up with a zero-tolerance approach to unauthorized modifications or tools that give players an unfair advantage." But it is worth noting that if you are using Reshade, do not worry, you are all good. Reshade doesn't give you an unfair advantage. They've already said multiple times that Reshade is totally fine with them. So if you were nervous about Reshade being considered a cheat or a mod, they've said several times that it's okay, but you can use this article, this one right here, as your peace of mind. So starting next year, they will begin to ban offending accounts on a zero tolerance basis, and they will update us again when they are ready to launch whatever system that is that will do that. You can read the full article on their website, and I will put the link in the description for easy access. And on to the news! Yetis, Caprins, and Penguins. There are 2 returning races in the Winter Village, but also Scott has returned with his Yeti quest. So this year, Scott Buttergood's quest is mostly the same, all the dialogue is the same, except for 2 things. The quest is still a multi-part quest, except the part 1 of the quest, they have removed the time stop. So normally there would be a pause between you building the trap and the next day when you catch something in the trap. That time stop is gone. However, there is still a part 1 and part 2 to this quest after you get scared by the Yeti. That ends part 1 and you can come back next week for the last part. There are 2 rewards for this quest line. The first one is a hat, which is the same hat as last year. However, according to spoilers, the reward for the next part is apparently different. If you recall in previous years, we've gotten this Fearless Fox kit, which is a white Arctic fox pet, and apparently we're getting a different one, but we'll find out more on that next week. And in the Winter Village, the penguin race around the icy lake has returned, as well as the show jumping race, which I think might be one of my favorite races in the Winter Village. I'm glad it's returned this year. Moving on to the next bit in the news, we have 4 new horses available for sale in the Winter Village. Up over by the magical horses, you'll notice that there are 4 non-magic horses now for sale. There are 2 Fresian Sport Horses and 2 new Norikers. The Fresian Sport Horses are available for 950 star coins, and the Norikers are available for 900 star coins. After the event, though, they are not exclusive to the Winter Village, so they will be with their other counterparts around Jorvik. So the Norikers will be in the Silverglade Equestrian Center, and the Fresian Sport Horses, I don't know where they will be, because right now there's only one other variation of the Fresian Sport Horse, and it's at the medieval area, but the other Fresians are actually at Jorvik Stables. So I'm not actually sure where they're going to put the Fresian Sport Horse. Let's actually go check those areas and see if they've already been added. Okay, the Noriker. No. Okay, so they've not been added yet. So I guess after the Winter Village leaves in January, we'll see where they wind up putting the Fresian Sport Horses. I have a feeling they're probably going to put them in Jorvik stables with the other Fresians. Only because the ones in the medieval area are like exclusive technically to the medieval area. But we'll find out in a couple weeks. And back in the Winter Village, there are some new outfits. You'll find both outfit sets in the Crisp Collections boutique. There are 2 new sets available. There is the Toasty Trails set and the Dark Pine set. If I'm not mistaken, the Toasty Trail set is sort of like a different color variation of the Toasty Bonfire set, and the Dark Pine set is similar to the Cinnamon Bliss set that we're getting from the tree. Both appear to be full stats. Not in the news, but there's actually also a new shop here. This is the Final Flurry discount shop, which is the final sale items. So if you don't have any of these items, make sure to get them this year, because come January 8th, they will be gone for good, as far as I'm aware. So if these are items that you've been looking for, make sure to get them this year before they're gone forever. The next bit of the news is just a reminder about the Trailblazer track, that will still be going on until January 8th, so make sure to collect your rewards. And if you were to miss out on any of the rewards, they will be available to purchase at the end of June. A little out of season, but the last item in the news is that they've added a new option in the audio menu. So in settings, if you go to sounds, there is now a horse volume slider. Now, here's the thing. I want them to be even louder. So I think that they haven't made it any louder. They just added the slider and put it at the maximum. So if people want less sound, they can lower it. But I thought that the consensus was that they were too quiet and we wanted them louder. So I would kind of like what they're currently at to be the midpoint. They could be quieter and then have like even more volume. Like if we're really getting into like the good sound, I really want them to be louder. So great addition, Star Stable, but if we could just make the default the middle and make louder options, that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, there's only one last thing to do, and that is to check out what we've gotten under the Yule tree for this week. So on the 12th, we've gotten 100 player experience. The 13th, we've got a redeem code. It is Eric and Nissa. I'll put that on the screen so it's a little bit clearer for you, and that will get you 50 star coins. Day 14th, we got the Cinnamon Bliss boots. Ooh. Oh no, they're so cute. They're so cute. Best set. I'm gonna have to get the Dark Pine one too. Day 15, we've got shiny gemstones. Another 5 shiny gemstones. Nice. Big fan of shiny gemstones over shillings. Day 16, we've got some winter tokens. I believe that was 5 winter tokens this time. Day 17 is another 100 player experience. And day 18 is the Cinnamon Bliss jumping saddle. Ooh, yeah, I like it. It's cute. So that is it for this week's update. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update. So next week's update is actually going to be on Christmas Day, and I should probably tell you now that that video will not go out on time because I'm going to be a little busy on Christmas morning. There will still be an update video. It'll just probably be put out the next day. Sorry about that. Can you believe there's only like one more Wednesday update day of 2024? Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all on the 26th. Bye!